Okay, and we are live. Yeah, welcome everybody. Hope we have so many people jumping on and get to talk with us today and make all the comments and everything. I have Amanda on live
Hello.
with me. Yeah. So super amazing and we are going to talk about all of the new exciting offers that we have as far as coaching goes, and so it's one of the reasons that I had Amanda jump on live with me as well, is so that we could talk through all of this, and this is first announcement live, as we are here. So
Yeah,
anyway,
this is exciting, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So you reached out to me and you were like, "Hey, do you want to do like some coaching stuff?" And I mean, of course, because that's what I do, right?
Right.
Um,
And you do it
so
so well. So,
thank you. Yeah. So what we have set up is we have set up a coaching program now, and so we will have group coaching available, and with either Amanda or with myself. We may both be on the calls, kind of depending on what's going on with the calls and everything. But yeah, we will have group coaching that you can get onto, and that's really, part of the reason for the call today is that we're announcing all of this going forward. And super affordable, because we're looking at two different calls a week, and actually we have the link set up right now so that you can jump on and schedule that, and I will make sure that the link gets put in the chat in Facebook and YouTube, and then on Rumble for anybody out there as well that's watching on Rumble. But yeah, you can jump on and pay for the subscription, which it's 137 a month, which is, it's like a gym membership, right?
right.
And yeah, and so for that, you can jump on as many calls as we have for the month. So usually looking at 2 calls, to start off with, per week, and then, if we have any extra other calls, or if you guys want a different time, if there's a different time when we might be able to do another call, then that's, we're kind of open to the possibilities right now, and here to support everybody.
And we're
So
looking to do like a bunch of different things to help support people, different topics, different avenues of like
mm,
ways that people need support in finances and abuse and just all of the areas that our expertise are in.
yeah, yeah. So we can jump into that, if you want to kind of give a little bit of a background on your expertise and areas of skills and all of
Sure.
those.
So I have a plethora of different careers and like a bunch of different uh, knowledge or different areas of knowledge. I have a master's degree in counseling. My undergrad is in exercise and wellness, and I also have been a massage therapist for over 25 years. So I know the power of like movement through stressful situations through abuse and other things like that. So my expertise is in supporting people through abuse and like up leveling their lives in many different areas, as well as I have an aesthetic license. So like being able to like read people and see how to present themselves better is also an important part through the glow up phase of just making your life better.
Hmm. I love
So
it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and a little bit of energy work on the side as well.
Yeah. So I've been doing energy work since I was a child. So well versed in that as well. So there's a lot of topics that can come from me as well as from Kyle. So let's hear your expertise, Kyle.
Yeah. Well, it started, let's see, over 20 years of study in personal development. And I know a lot of people say that, but I was a truck driver for quite a few years, 16-ish years. And so I got to listen for like 14 to 20 hours a day of personal development. So I'm somewhere over 30,000 hours of different audiobooks and podcasts and everything. And then so many courses over the past 20 plus years that I have gone through, and YouTube University, and then became a coach. And so I've been doing that, in specifically helping people heal from narcissistic abuse for the last 3.5 years. And that's my full-time gig. So it's kind of what I talk about all the time. And then learning, definitely learning some energy work, but so much about, what it ends up being is I have this thing that I need to work through now in myself. So then I learn all about that, and, or relationships or anything else. And so I learn everything that I can. And then I can then see that in my clients as well, and help them through all of those things. So it's, lots of personal experience, as well as 14 years in an abusive relationship, which I then had to work my way out of, and really play a lot of mental gymnastics in order to get the support that I needed, which is why I do what I do now, is so that no one ever has to do the mental gymnastics or any of the nonsense that so many people go through, unfortunately. And trying to heal. So you just
the monkey brain is crazy.
Yeah, you get to just show up, and we will help you. We will support you through whatever it is that you're going through. And
it's you really can't heal on your own. Like, the nervous system does need a lot of support and needs a lot of regulation, and that just is impossible to get on your own. So we're hoping to build a community where, for each and every one of you, where you can get that nervous system regulation, you can get that support, you can be seen. I think a lot of people, through toxic relationships and stuff, one of the biggest parts of it is not being seen. And so we are here to witness it.
Yeah. And I think one of the most exciting things for me with this is, first of all, Amanda's amazing. So if you don't know her yet, then you need to know her because she is amazing. But one of the other things is, I recognize that because I'm a guy, that there are a lot of women that don't necessarily want to work with me. And I understand that. And I don't take it personal. I don't have any thoughts other than I understand that there's however many women that don't want to work with me. And what the gift is, having Amanda also working with me, is, us working together, is that she can then work with the women that, just for whatever reason don't want to work with a guy, or don't want to work with me in particular. And that's amazing. And also for any of the guys, if they don't want to work with a guy, or they, or however that looks, but it's, I think it's a win-win for everyone. And we get to help, we get to both bring our different areas of expertise into helping people heal.
Well, and I would tell, like, when I was doing counseling, like, and I would tell my clients, like, ask them what their goals were. And I just found that, like, when I was working with them, there were a lot of mother wounds and a lot of, like, female injuries that came up. And then some of the male injuries that came up, I just felt like I wasn't able to reach them in a way that a male therapist or a male coach could or would. So the dynamic between us does really work and benefit all of our clients so well, because there will be days where you probably do need Kyle, and there'll be days where you probably do need me. And so, like, just because of what we bring, or just because he's a male and I'm female, like, whatever reason, like there's a lot of benefit to, and I think that because we have each other's backs, we're able to have your guys' backs as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So super, super exciting about all that. And I think one of the other things, we can dive in a little bit to talking about, the different struggles and situations that people are in, because
there's so many different dynamics.
Yeah. And it goes, and I think the first thing is that whatever your situation is that you're in, it is the worst situation for you. And we can do the comparison game all day long, but
it doesn't help.
But it doesn't help, and it just leads to more shame and us beating ourselves up because I shouldn't feel this bad because it's not as bad as that person, and it's always the worst for us when we
and like with my situations, I'd have to tell myself, like, this is the worst situation I've ever been in. Mm-hmm. My skill set isn't up to this level. So I either need to recruit people and get support. I need to do a lot of research, and I need to learn how to regulate my nervous system with this problem. And so, like, it doesn't matter what you've been through or like what I've been through and what Kyle's been through. Your situation is very unique. We've seen a lot of things. We've helped a lot of people. And so I'm sure your situation won't be like, we won't know how to not navigate it. We are very skilled and very knowledgeable. But at the same time, like, your situation is your situation. Your nervous system is different than anybody else's nervous system, and your needs are different than anybody. So we will tailor our expertise to your needs so that you get the best help.
Yeah, because everybody needs something different, and so that's it's why we're good at what we do, because it's very personalized to every person in every situation. And I think as far as the situations that people are in, some people it's just like they're out of the relationship, out of the abusive relationship, toxic relationship, whatever it is, and then struggling to find then a healthy partner. And with other people, it's like an impossible situation. How do I even get out of this situation that I'm in? And it's it's just very different for everyone.
Yeah. So we got your back, however it goes, however you need our support, we're here for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are some of the we're going to talk about some of the different kinds of abusive relationships, perhaps maybe that people don't necessarily think about as being abusive relationships.
Yeah, that's oh my gosh. I think it's like the elephant in the room, like, for everybody. Like, I think abuse, like, it's probably what you experience in childhood. It's probably what you experience like in your society, in your situation. Like, and so it's just accepted by the collective around you. And that makes it the unseen abuse, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it seems normal. It's normal that people go, oh, relationships are hard, or any of the other things that people say. I've heard so many times, this is probably just a misunderstanding, and you need to go have a conversation with your partner. And
yeah.
And sometimes there is some truth in that. And
if you are working with two regulated people who have the best interests at heart and ultimately want to be together, that is great advice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, healthy relation, or at least not toxic relationships.
But if it's a healthy relationship, you already have that figured out. Even a healthy relationship, you don't need to hear that, because you know that you can go to your partner and talk to them. So the fact that it's being said and that you're like, yeah, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
it should raise a red flag for you. Like
Yeah.
that should be an indication. I know that there, like with toxic relationships, there's a lot
Hmm.
of wine monkeys or support from the community and family members, and there's a lot of misguidance, and so like you kind of get topsy-turvy and twisted around. And so ultimately, if someone is advising you that you need to go to your partner or go to the person that is creating the conflict, and you're like, yeah, I can't do that because it feels unreasonable, or it feels like I'm going to become the victim, or I'm going to become the perpetrator, or it's just not going to be resolved, or whatever, like fill in the blank. I just can't do this because fill in the blank. I would start looking at emotional abuse.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, anytime that you feel like you can't talk to your partner, or nothing ever gets resolved, there's always an issue, and you never actually have a conversation about it. Nothing gets resolved, or you just simply can't talk to your partner at all. Then there is a problem in the relationship, and and a lot of times, if it's you that feels like you can't do anything or talk about it or any of that, then you are probably not the only problem in the relationship,
Well,
which.
I would say like not only is there a problem, but there's like a foundational problem. Like
Mhm.
it's not there's a problem, there is a systematic problem that you should not fix, nor should you approach it alone. And
Mhm.
should you ever feel like you're safe in that situation to just march in there and try to fix that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's why, I mean, it's why support is it's so essential. I mean, it really, not to say that we can't do however much of the work on our own, but it is incredibly hard, and it's incredibly miserable to try and do it without support.
Oh,
And
it's incredibly miserable.
yeah,
Let's just call it what it is.
yeah.
And also, I think as victims, like it's hard to learn where the boundary is of like, this is mine to carry and this is mine to fix. And
Mhm.
oh, they push that on me, but that is not mine. And that
Yeah.
shouldn't be fixed by me. And so I think that's where it's important to have external validation of like,
Mhm.
no, not your show to fix. Like that's theirs. Push it back on
Mhm.
them. Whether it's exercises that we walk you through so that you have that mental clarity, just to reclaim that space in yourself, or whether it's a conversation that needs to be had. Ultimately, I kind of lean towards like trying not to have conversations, but
Yeah. Yeah. Conversations are for healthy relationships. And
yeah.
and everything else, coaching or counseling, is highly recommended.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's super awesome. Is there anything else that you particularly wanted to talk about? If I mean
Oh my
there.
gosh. Well, like there's just so much to talk about. I definitely don't want to overwhelm everybody. I'm just really excited to get into all of this and like
Mhm.
help navigate where you're at, like find out where you guys are at and like what support you personally need, and like
Mhm.
help build a roadmap for you. This is something that like professionally and interpersonally both of us have seen. And
Mhm.
so we know how to build we know how to build maps. We know how to
Mhm.
help you. Um, you just know that we have your back and we're here to support you. And like the days of healing can be long and very, oh my gosh, just
Overwhelming.
exhausting. Yeah, very overwhelming.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
like the worst day of Groundhog's Day over and over again sometimes, but
Mhm.
it will end with or
Mhm.
without us. It will end, and you're going to be just so amazing and a rock star because you went through this. But like from the deepest parts of my heart, I'm sorry that you are going through it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the missions that I've had for a long time, is for no one to ever feel alone or hopeless when they're going through any of these relationship dynamics, abuse, all of those things, or anything else that you're going through in your life. because we all have struggles, and I don't feel like anyone should have to go through that alone. And it's really a big part of why I do what I do. I think one of the things that people bring up is that they're not ready. They're not ready to get into coaching or counseling.
Oh,
because
no one's ready. Who wants to heal? It is the most painful thing I've
Mhm.
ever done in my life. And I've done some pretty incredible and crazy things. No one wants to do it. I don't want to do it with you. I mean, partly because I don't want to see your pain. But yeah, like, who wants to do this?
Yeah. Well, and also it's not just the not wanting to do it, but I need to get myself ready for that. Or I need to work through a few other things before I can show up and get coaching or counseling.
And I
Or
just
need to
don't
read this
think,
book.
yeah, I just don't think anybody's ready to leave an abusive relationship. There's no good time to leave an abusive relationship or a toxic relationship. Never. There's never a good time.
Yeah.
Even while you're dead, like, still won't be a good time. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's not comfortable. It's never going to be comfortable, and it's not easy. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, getting out of my situations were not easy. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because I can't, because it was horrific. And it's going to be horrific for you. And there's never a good time to address these monsters. But I'm personally grateful I did in my life. And like, I don't wake up with those monsters in my room anymore, or like in my head. So coming through it, I can say it's worth it, but it's challenging. It's hard. It will take every bit of tenacity that you have.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, again, why you want support, because that's, I don't want to speak necessarily for Amanda, but I think neither one of us would have been okay without having support.
I had a village. I'm very, very blessed. And yeah, people don't leave my situation usually alive. So I'm extremely blessed, and it is because of my village.
Yeah. It's a big deal. So anyway, I will leave comments, or leave a comment with a link, so you can check all of that out. Also, you can reach out to either one of us and ask any questions. We're happy to answer any questions that anybody has, as far as any relationships or struggles, or anything that you have going on. Questions about the program, if you want to know more about that. Or individual coaching, if you're looking for that. Both of us are we'll do individual coaching, and then also the group coaching. So.
Oh, and I wanted to add too, like, I think some people are in different phases of the healing process. So if you're done with the healing process and the unloading part of it, and if you're done with it, you know what I'm talking about. And you're just kind of in the neutral phase, but you don't know how to pick good people. You don't know how to, like, pick good employers, like, move on with your life in a good way. We've done this too. Like, I mean, there's a lot of fun ways to identify, like, through facial recognition, through words, through like voices, like all of these ways that, like, I've broken down, like, how to spot toxic people. And so that, like, we can help build your community into a beautiful community. So wherever you are, if you're just leaving the relationship, if you're done with that, and you just need building something good now, like, we have your back in any step of the way.
Yeah, it's a huge, because it's like we get out of these relationships and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm done, I'm out, finally,
I'm alive.
now I get to go live my life. And then you still, a lot of times, for so many people, they still feel stuck, and they're not finding new healthy partners. They're not finding healthy places to work for, healthy bosses, coworkers, all of those things. And
that's just as isolating and damaging as that relationship. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's something that you can not only learn how to navigate better while you're in it, but then you can also learn how to find those healthier, relationships, jobs, all of the other things that you would want in your life. And I know we have a few people watching live right now, and so feel free to drop comments if you want. We're happy to answer any questions. Anything else that you want to say, um, and but yeah, aside from that, I think maybe if there's anything else that you wanted to say, Amanda, before we finish up here.
Yeah, well, I'm curious, what's a good way for them to get started with us? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah. So it's really simple. There, I will put the link to pay, and then you'll be able to schedule, and you'll get notification. You'll be able to choose, all of the different calls that are available, and then also we'll make sure that we're in communication with you as well. So you click the link, it takes you right to the package as far as the monthly group coaching, and then you pay for that, and then you can schedule the calls that you want to be on, and then it will send you email reminders and text message reminders if you would like also. So that way you know that you're getting notification for when these calls are, and then you just show up on the call, and you can get coached if you want. Right now, we're just in the beginning, so even though it's group coaching, depending on how many people we have in there, you might be getting a much more personal touch, because there could be a few people in the room, and also depending on people's availability to be on the calls. So if you jump on one of the calls when we only have a few people in there, you might be getting lots of personalized coaching, which normally is not the cost of what this. I mean, and that's, we wanted to make sure that we priced this at a point. $137 a month is pretty dirt cheap for coaching for either one of us, because our regular rates are much more than that. So
And I wanted to say too, while you're on the calls, as ambiguous as you wanted to be, or as present and as you wanted to be, we welcome and we understand the situations that people are in. So if you want to use your full name and be with your video on, you're welcome to do that. If you want a pseudonym and video off, however you want to present yourself on these calls, please do. Just come.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it, and so excited to be doing this, and to be working with all of the people that we will be working with. So
looking forward to hearing some comments. Thank you so much for commenting on this video. We appreciate any feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be in the comments and respond to everybody, and you will be hearing more about this, of course. so yeah, but thank you so much for coming on, Amanda, and doing this, and it's live, so super exciting, and
here we are.
More to hear from us soon, and thank you to everyone that jumped on today, and thank you to everybody that watches this in the future, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks.